Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22. Continuing our French orchards map here, and we are almost done with the mowing. It's looking mostly good. There's still a few spots and things here that, frankly, annoy me quite a bit, because despite my best efforts to try and get them, I just kept running into the sticks, and then it wouldn't mow them, and yeah, not fun. But we're getting there. One thing that I think I will do next time, I think I'm just going to go back to mowing right down the middle. Even though it probably does give us more yield, it's just not, I don't care. I'd rather pay the extra money to not have to mow down the middle. I mean, might have to mow down both sides, I mean. It just doesn't feel like the time investment is worth it. I've literally been doing this for, I want to say I've been doing this for almost an hour. Just mowing. Yeah, at least 45 minutes, because I think I started this tractor had 6 hours on it. It's at 6.8 hours now. So at least 45 minutes of just sitting there mowing. And I'm just now doing the final pass. So from my own personal, like, real life investment, not worth it. Whatever yields we get off of this, not worth it. So we're going to go back. I mean, I wanted to do it once just to get it done. Just not worth the time. But yeah. In fact, even for the plowing here, I think I'm just going to go right down the middle. We're just going to call that good enough. And, I mean, if I ever get to the point where I can do the plow and the mowing at the same time, maybe we'll go back to doing, like, really close. But it just doesn't feel like there's any reason or any value in doing it too extremely. I'll do this first few rows tight, and we're just gonna check again, just to make sure. Like, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't. I'm still very confused about the grape yields. I just don't feel like they add up the way they're supposed to, compared to the other crops. The other crops are very straightforward. Do this, 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 and this, and you're gonna get exactly this: 100%, 102%, 198%, whatever, 98.5, you know, whatever it is. I said 102% because some crops even give you extra for honey, or for bees, I should say. So you can go over 100% on some crops. Oh, actually, to be fair, I don't know if that actually shows up in the percentage yields. I haven't done that one yet. All right, we're just going to do these first few rows here. Just probably two. Just do another check of exactly what it looks like. I mean, it does look good. I will give you that. It looks nice, clean, looks good. Just noticing that one spot still looks like it's plowed, even though it's not giving me credit for it. We'll do this and we'll do the return pass, and then we're going to check this row right down the middle here. Alright, let's turn around, get this done, and see what it actually looks like. I mean, again, visually, it's pretty good. All right. We are there. Let's get out here. Check you guys out. All right. So this row right here should be the most done. 52%. No, 52, 53, maybe up to 54. Not a huge variation, but basically right about there. If we come down this row right here, that's only got it done one side. I mean, 40% for sure. And even the right side of it is saying 40%. So we are, I mean, it's definitely a difference though. Wow. Definitely, it is like a 5% difference, isn't it? Man. Why does it have to be that way? And this little row's 39. Where's that row that looked like it was partially done? I'm assuming it's not actually counting. No. I mean, the mowing down the middle might be fine, but it does look like the plowing needs to be done down both sides to be really worth it. Because if we go ahead and do this, we already checked this one. This one was at 46%. So if we do the other side now, in theory, it should jump up. All right, let's check that. Now it's only 48%. Okay, now we're getting some 52s. Because we haven't done the other side. Let's do the other side. See what that does. I mean, 5% is a lot, to be fair. That is the same thing as if we added one more vine, right? One more vine when we have 20 would be a 5% increase. And a 5% increase, we could say that 5% is worth the same amount as a $13,000, line of vines. $13,000 to do both sides, and do it tight like that. Arguably worth it. Now we expect this to be 52% over here. Yeah. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Well, goodness. I was really hoping it wouldn't be, quite frankly. But it does look like we're going to have to just suck it up and do these because it is making a massive difference. I mean, this cultivator goes even slower than the mower does. All right, well, I'm going to put a cut there. I mean, I legitimately will probably be back in close to an hour, 45 minutes or so, because it's going to take me a while to get all these done, but we'll get there. All right, we're almost done here, although you can see that I have swapped back to just driving down the middle of the field. Truth be told, I'm okay with the crop production yield because here's what's going on. I was focusing so much on trying to go right up against the stick without hitting it that it actually was starting to make me like legitimately nauseous. Like I was getting like and I still kind of am actually a bit queasy right now, sick at my stomach trying to focus that much. And the more I kind of got a little bit nauseous, the more I was running into the sticks because I was having a hard time focusing. And then the more I ran into the sticks, the more I tried to focus on not hitting the sticks, which made me more nauseous. Like, it was this vicious cycle of like, okay, this is just not worth it. Like, a game should not make you sick. And I don't normally get like motion sickness, stuff like that, but I think just the nature of these, plus, I mean, you guys, I've mentioned it multiple times before on different series, but I get migraines. And I'm, you know, days that I'm dealing with migraines. Today's one of those days that I've got a little bit of migraine going on. Technically, I have a migraine going on every day, and that's just one of the things that's going on with me. They never go away, no matter what kind of medicine I take. I can get them to be a little bit less severe some days, but they're always there. And so, for that reason, you know, it just makes it hard to focus sometimes. Today's what I would call a bad day because it's worse than normal, and the medicine's not helping. But anyway. It does make it harder for me to focus. My vision's a little bit, like, not quite perfect when I'm having more severe migraines. And so, it is not worth making yourself sick playing a video game. I would say this for anybody. So, I'm going to go back to, for now, going right down the middle. I do want to upgrade my tractor so I can try and see if I can do the mower and the plow on both. But I'm also going to do one other thing. I don't think it's right from, I'm going to do something I've never done before as far as this game. Oh, sorry. And that is, I'm turning plowing off. I've actually already got it turned off, just for the record, because if you come up here, you can see that this is already 53%. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to go ahead and still do the plowing for now, because I don't mind doing it. I just want to be able to go right down the middle and let that be good enough. And so I don't mind the action of doing it, although that might change at some point if I'm just like, you know what, it's not even worth pretending. But I can't do the right up against the stick thing. It's just not, it's not working for me, unfortunately. So we're just going to do it the best we can. But I'm going to leave plowing off, and so that we just don't lose the yield. It just doesn't feel fair to lose the yield just because I'm having trouble actually just doing the work itself because of the way how precise it has to be. So anyway, hopefully that doesn't bother anybody too much that I'm kind of turning that off. I know some people even play with that off even on normal fields. I don't mind plowing on normal fields because there's nothing to run into out here in the middle of nowhere. So I don't have to focus as much, and I can get a worker to do it if I just don't feel like doing it myself, which I often don't. But in this regard, it's just not, it's not fun, and the game needs to be fun. So we're gonna turn off plowing, which we have, and I may or may not continue to do the plowing. We will see. I'd like to try and continue at least doing right down the middle plowing, just to, for one, it makes the fields look nice and clean. I do like the way they look, but like I said, I genuinely cannot get it perfect, unfortunately. All right, so there's that. That is done. I mean, they do look good, even right down the middle. Those look really good, honestly. Yeah, sure. Do these look maybe a smidge better over here on the right-hand side? Maybe, but I honestly think that looks good enough, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. So I don't mind, like I said, continuing to try to do the mulching and the plowing, but it just can't be something I do perfectly from now on. All right, so there's that. Made some progress, as you can see, with the plowing filter or plowing necessary turned off. It doesn't even show up in this list. In fact, it's not even in the list of things that we can check. So it's just not needed at all. We're gonna go grab our fertilizer now and get that done. Any used equipment popped up? Nope, nothing that we care about. Oh goodness. I hadn't actually thought about turning the plowing off as far as a way of just kind of just mitigating that impact of that thing that I'm kind of annoyed by. If it was easier to not just keep running into the sticks, again, if there was a little bit of less collision on the sticks or no collision at all, quite frankly, then I would actually probably still be able to do it. It's just trying to focus on not hitting those and then hitting them. And it was not a good combo, guys. I wish I could understand what's going on with the reason why this does not. Not like an option here, is there? I don't know why there's not a way to get this to do the double spraying like it says. Where's the gas station? We need to go find the gas station. It's just right next to us. Let me drop you off real quick because I just realized I'm low on gas. Need to repair soon too. Guess I can't drive straight. I'm still like a little bit like having trouble focusing. I'll be all right, but it's just not a good thing sometimes. Do I get an E for effort? I mean, I tried to do it. Oh, sorry. As if I actually put my elbow on the armrest. Oh, I guess I've just fallen apart today, guys. Hopefully I get a little bit of E for effort for trying to do better. Alright. Hopefully this fertilizer lasts us long enough. Now, did we ever decide if I needed to go down every aisle? I don't actually remember. Let's go down this aisle. And we'll flip over and then we'll check. Feels like you shouldn't have to go down every row, because, I mean, the spray visually looks like it would be good enough. Doesn't actually change the color of the ground like it does when you're fertilizing the actual ground itself. Truth be told, there's no real way to know that it's fertilized beyond just checking the map, I guess. Check you real quick. So this over here is 40% fertilized, 38% fertilized. This right here is only 32% fertilized. And this is 40%. So if we go right down the middle of these two, I assume that will make it... Yeah, because I can still see that strip there. And that's fine. The fertilizer is easy enough to go right down the middle. That just be nice if we could skip it if we, if we could, but not the end of the world. Yeah, so let's get in the full thing. All right, let's check you now. Yeah, 50%. So we need to do the whole shebang to get it fully, which is fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more of this and do this left side before I forget that I hadn't done it yet. I'll do a little bit more of this, and then we'll come back when I get close to the end. All right, we are almost done here. Just a couple more passes here. And I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, you know, I am glad that the first used piece of equipment we got was the fertilizer, because it is one that we have to use 2 months out of the year, or year. So it becomes the most expensive piece. I think it's already the most expensive piece, but the fact that we had to use it a second day, you know, adds to that expense. So we're definitely going to make it worth that used price pretty quickly, I think. Almost done. We'll do this and we'll do the final side, and then we'll be good till tomorrow when we have to do it all over again, but that's all right. We'll get it done, and we're going to get some good yield this cycle. That's going to be good. I looked all over the internet, or whatever. I did searches, and I couldn't find anything that talked about the double application rate beyond the Giants, you know, instructions for how to do grapes. So it's possible they just copied that from somewhere else and it just was a typo or something. I don't see it anywhere. If you guys know, by all means, let me know, but I was not finding it. Although, as I was sitting here driving back and forth, I was just thinking, I mean, it's probably a bit unconventional, but would one of these bad boys work for grapes? Are they tall enough? I mean, it feels like it would be, right? You just do 2 passes and you're done. I mean, very expensive, but it would be kind of funny. All right, so there we go. Fertilizing is done. Looking really, really good. Let's check in on the chickens. How are you guys doing? Y'all got plenty of food, And the others, they got lots of water. All right, everything's looking good. I think we're in a good place. Let's, I mean, we've already got this thing hooked up. I guess I could have stayed at the other end, but I guess we'll get fast forward and start working on tomorrow's fertilization at this point. Not much else to do. Nothing else on the used equipment lot. Nope. All right, let me jump out. Fast forward today. We're not going to be adding any more rows of vines because we need that money for the harvester. And then some, to be fair, because we're going to lose some during the loan interest and other leasing costs. But, oh, I forgot to return that equipment, didn't I? No, I did. Right. Yeah, okay, we're good. Make sure I'm not completely losing my mind. All right, so new day. And the same equipment. Oh, almost the exact same equipment twice. One slightly larger than the other. None of this worth anything to us, unfortunately. That's all right. Now to get... Oh, I didn't mean to turn you on. To turn on the auto drive and start the sprayer button a little early. All right, there we go. Get you guys sprayed. How are we doing on the storage? I didn't check that. Looks okay. Looks okay. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, and there we go. Getting the second round of fertilization done. Takes a while, but it's definitely a lot easier to do than trying to go right up against the stick for the mowing and the plowing. Although my tire tracks from yesterday are still there, so it's gonna be a little hard for me to remember exactly where I've sprayed and which I haven't. Just have to look at the map pretty regularly to make sure I'm getting everything. Any new chickens today? We did. Nice. So a few of those. Just keep that cycle going. I mean, hard to tell for sure how much it's going to affect our egg production. I mean, I guess it's affecting it by what? 33%? That's a third less chickens. if I'm selling 10 off every time they get old enough or get to a good spot. Which, I mean, very likely means I'm making way less money than I could be. But it just feels like one of the aspects of chickens is they can reproduce. So if they can reproduce, we might as well take advantage of that and sell some chickens. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in there. We're getting close to being done with the, you know, the planting cycle, I guess you will, of the grapes. And then we'll be doing the waiting game for the harvest again. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.